Hi, it's Lucy here, and today I want to inspire you to use your background dyes in different ways. I'm using this gorgeous background dye today for these cards. So to begin with, just one little tip. If you find your die cuts have little stringy bits sometimes, the easiest way to remove them that I've found is to use a craft eraser. I love this eraser. I've had it for about 10 years, and thanks Marilyn if you're watching, I still use this gift. If you need one, I've added a link below. I managed to find one, and they're really good for erasing tape and things like that too. You've probably seen me use mine in some videos. I don't like to use it too heavily on metallic papers as it can sometimes lose the shine on the paper. I'll use my wide double-sided tape on some scrap paper, and then I can add the gold frame which has been die cut using the background die. This wide 4-inch or 10 centimeter tape is perfect for using with backgrounds like this rather than gluing each piece individually. I love it. Once I've added the gold frame to the double-sided tape, I can then easily push each die cut piece out and place it in the frame one by one, and I'll know where they all belong. I like this green paper with the gold, but it is one I would probably not have used otherwise as it's a bit plain. It's an old paper from another Cardmaking paper pad called A Christmas Tale. I haven't linked it below as it's years old and I'm just trying to use up some of my old stash. I'll speed this up now as it's pretty easy to follow along. I also have a few more cards and they're birthday, masculine and feminine cards, as well as Christmas cards. So I'll show you those after too. I've just made these cards quickly as I have so many video ideas I want to make before Christmas, but you could definitely keep adding more embellishments to the cards, and I may use this background die again in future videos. And I do have a bonus idea at the end that doesn't use the frame. So once I've finished, I'll just cut around the frame and then it's ready to be put on a card front. Isn't it lovely? The green and gold are so nice together, and it's made that boring green paper look very luxurious now with the gold frame, do you think? I'll attach it to the card front, and I decided to attach it this side up as I messed one square up and stuck it down, leaving a white gap. So this is where I'll add the sentiment and error be gone. This is a new Christmas sentiment die from Uniquely Creative, and it's fast becoming my favourite. It has a shadow die as well included, and I've used that on one of the cards, so you'll see that too. I love die cutting sentiments from metallic card. It always looks so beautiful. You can buy metallic card in lots of places, including discount stores too. I do find using the thicker card rather than metallic paper is best though. I'll add some gold pearls to the card and then it's finished. Do you love that gold frame as well with the sentiment? It looks beautiful. Simple but elegant. On to the next card, and I just wanted a white background with a small green and red pattern on it, and this is perfect to go with the red metallic frame. I think it'll look gorgeous together. So with the power of editing, it's done and attached to the card just like the last one. I'm looking in my Christmas sentiment box and I find one of these gorgeous ivy and holly flowers, and that's perfect for this card. They're brand new from Uniquely Creative. I'll have a link below. They're just beautiful. I'm going to use the same sentiment die, and this time I'll use the shadow die as well. I just want the red sentiment to stand out, so I'll use the vellum as the shadow. I'll just quickly wipe any excess glue off before I pop it on the vellum, as I don't want any extra glue than necessary. Then I go and drop my sentiment onto the vellum, don't I? And I thought the glue might mark the vellum, but I wiped it off as soon as possible with a tissue and you can't see it at all. I do love this glue. It's from Bunnings or any hardware store, I think. It's called Sally's Aquadare, and I mention it occasionally as it's a good clear glue. I don't use it on paper to card front very often. I will if it's thick cardstock, but definitely not on thin paper, as it may give that buckled type issue that many glues tend to as well. I'm not gluing the vellum parts unless they have the red sentiment above, so that way you won't see any of the glue. Vellum is a shocker for showing glue, isn't it? So anyway, then I'll add this sentiment to the card front, and I'll also glue the holly and berries embellishment to the card, and then it's finished. And I think with the background pattern paper being holly and berries as well, it's turned out beautiful. And yet it was just coincidence that I happened to see the holly and berries in my sentiment stash that I thought, oh yeah, I'll add that. The next two, I've used the negatives and positives. I've had 2 pieces of paper and I just swapped the frames over. These papers are from Journal Say, and I'll have them linked below, as it's a great masculine paper pack that these come from. These are much more lightweight papers, but designs like this can be great for that, as they're added to recycled printer paper, so that gives them double thickness really. The sentiment is black card, and so in order for it to all come together cohesively, I'll add black card to the card front too for the border. I also used black soot distress oxide ink to give a nice transition from the black background to the pattern paper. I'll pop it to the side and start on this one. This time I'll cover the card front with this scrap of brown paper and cut any overhanging bits off. This is my lazy way of covering the card front, and it works a treat for me. So while I'm showing this, I have exciting news. In Love Arts have just given me 3 $15 gift vouchers to give away. Isn't that so generous? It's just for my viewers, and I love that. I get to choose the winners. So please let me know if you want to be included in the competition and under what name, and I'll do like I usually do and draw 3 names out of a bowl. I'll draw the 3 winners about the 10th of December, so make sure you leave your name before then. I'll share discount codes you can use right now as well in a second. This time I've die cut the sentiment 3 times, and I'll join them all together with the orange metallic sentiment on the top. This gives it a nice black layer underneath. It's just another way to make the sentiment stand out from the background if you don't have a shadow die. I also have a special discount code for you to use at In Love Arts for a couple of days as well. It ends the 30th of November, and this is just for my viewers as well. So the special code is Lucy30 to receive 30% off orders over $49. The usual code, which is Lucy25, is for any orders, and you receive 25% off your order. You can use that anytime. And I do have these codes below, so you don't have to remember them. The codes and links are all in the description below. Also good to know is that they have their own designers that design their dies as well, and to me that's very important information. Here's all the items I used in today's video. There's not many, and I've used my favorite dies again. And I may earn commission when you click on any of my links, but this doesn't influence what I show and create with. I only recommend products that I love using and companies that I know have great customer service. And of course, I have a couple of bonus cards to show too. I wanted to show you easy ideas with background dies and using them for all different occasions. So here's a girly one I made with some beautiful floral paper and just a white frame and sentiment. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. YouTube only suggests my videos to non-subscribers if my subscribers watch it and like it. And I love reading your comments, and don't forget to let me know if you want to be in the running to win a $15 voucher to In Love Arts, because I have 3 of them to give away. And for us Aussies, that's about $20 worth. If you'd like to see more of my videos, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and don't forget to click the notifications bell if you want to be notified when I add a new video too. My last card is one I made with all the negative bits from one of the gold frames. I decided to use the gold pieces in a mosaic style and just added them to a piece of white card. I did the rearranging first before gluing them down. They're not perfect, but neither is mosaic, so it's okay, and I think it turned out quite sweet. I added a gold sentiment with a white border again. I had a little smudge of glue or something at the top, so I added one of the holly and ivy flowers, and the issue was gone. We can always find a way to hide imperfections, can't we? I love it. What do you think of this card? Do you have a favourite card? I'd love to know. Thanks for watching. Happy crafting, and bye for now.